To Covington to the left side wing. Wallace outside. Five to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. And it's Butler missing. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For San Antonio, they have knocked down 5 of their 9 attempts at the stripe tonight. Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. Chicago leading by 23.
You got it. Get the ball inside.
Wallace outside. Takes a 3. That one goes. Count it. Wallace has got 50 points.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And Butler sends it back. McGee's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's McGee with the jam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and...
Intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Bulls leading by 23.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Here's Wallace from beyond the arc and then some. Wallace has got 10 points here in the second half.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Aldridge. After the basket by Nikola Mirotic. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 10 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Timeout. Timeout.
San Antonio.
Here we go, San Antonio!
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs dance team.
In a moment here, let's check out the numbers for Jordan. Over the last month, getting it done. First in shooting percentage, 11th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
Yeah, and you're right. He's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Larry Sanders is checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Hezonja.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling, the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
Bulls making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Now here's Lynn. He's got 5 to the paint to stop the run. Sanders. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Bulls?
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Inside, Green kicks to Sanders. Lowry dishes to Lynn. Off target from three-point range. Well, Chicago has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Wallace. And again, no good by Chicago. San Antonio's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
An absolute bomb from three-point range. Wallace has got 58.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 15 points for Kyle Lowry.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple. What a game we've seen here for Wallace. And he's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
Hey, Mark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for the Bulls. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
Shape up.
A quick look now at some big men that have been rock solid over the past 10 games. The top shooting centers and power forwards in the NBA. Zach Randolph on top. Maurice Spates is second.
And most of the guys on that list have that unique combination of power and finesse. I mean, a very physical presence with an equally soft touch.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mix of options if you're going to shoot a high percentage like these guys do. You've got to be able to establish good position, and then you've got to have a nice feel around the bucket with both hands.
Here is Lynn. The Bulls getting the bucket. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Spates kicks to Wallace. Spates the pass to Wallace. Sanders with the steal. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Augustine, that's good.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Spates sets a screen. He took good advantage of that screen. 63 points for Wallace.
He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
1:03 left to play in the third. Augustine with the steal. Passes to Townsend. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 6th rebound on the night. Wallace against Augustine. 3-pointer. San Antonio with the rebound. They kick it out to Green. A 3-pointer off the mark. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Feeds it to Wallace. Lets it go from deep, and he gets it to go.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Over to the left wing. 3-pointer Augustine, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Spates has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Zach Randolph's checked in for Chicago. Wallace comes in for Sean Livingston. Sanders out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Then it's Green. And it's Lowry in at the point guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Outside, Green. Aldridge down low. He's covered by Randolph.
We've seen Lowry doing this thing. He's got 17 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. From deep, Wallace misses.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
Is that what you think?
Absolutely.
Instead, it had the opposite effect. He looked foolish.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a
Let's get the ball
blowout,
inside.
a dominating performance for the Bulls.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed torn there.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite
Yeah.
honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
And in a two-game season series, you love taking charge of game one. That's obvious, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Spurs.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Sanders' shot is good.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the
Let's get the ball
charts.
inside.
Here's Covington. Can't hit. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Lowry for three. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Randolph dishes to Wallace. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul at the line from the Spurs. Freak. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
What kind of cheese is this? The name of cheese.
He hits the second from the line. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And Augustine kicks to Green. From outside the arc. Can't get it to go. Wallace misses the shot. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance.
I know Freak's going to have a lot of people back home in Harlem extremely proud of the way he played tonight. And they should be proud of him because his play was genius. Just a textbook example of how to gain a mental edge and continue to exploit it.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the three ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal. And that really opened up the game.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.